Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 16th episode of the Miss Scott Chocolate Talks. We are the Miss Scott Chocolate Endeavors, and this is our podcast. Well, we've got ourselves a little double guest spot. Boys, why don't you introduce your guests?
Well, I mean, you can't. I don't think you can really tell. I have a guest right now, but so yeah, Tyler, you go ahead.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, since my guest is evident, this is the motherfucking A-I-N... Oh, God.
Come on.
A-I-K-I-N?
What?
This is Ankit. Hey, guys.
Ankit, hi.
A-N-K-I-T.
What's up?
Or as our viewers may better know him as...
This is Jimmy. Welcome, guys.
Fuck
the real
yeah.
Jimmy.
Little Yimmy all day. What's
Fuck
up,
yeah.
boy?
Pretty okay, man. How's it going?
Good. How was your week?
Stressful.
Stressful? Why was it stressful?
Yeah, I started working at places, let's say.
Are you working at the paint shop?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've done this
shit,
to 8
Sherman
people.
Will- 8 people?
Wow.
8.
Oh my God.
And here he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're getting more people
is
jobs
it?
than
Is-
Trevor does at the fucking bike shop,
I was
dude.
going to say, I got Big Chris the job, and I thought that was a lot.
But 100% of people who work for Sherwin-Williams end up depressed, so this is not a net win. This is temporary.
Ah.
Damn.
I can definitely say 100% of people that work at bike shops are alcoholics.
Hell
Ooh.
yeah.
It depends on
100%?
how alcoholic they are.
I would say I have at least 2 beers every day after work.
That's fair. That's
I don't-
casual.
yeah,
That's
that
that's
sounds like
ride
casual
10
drinking.
miles on the weekends.
IPAs, though. But yes, I do ride about 40 miles a week. But I can't ride this week because it's been storming and raining, and now it's...
Yeah, weather hasn't been great here either, actually.
No, apparently the whole fucking world is, like, just... I think Noah's Ark is about to happen again, you know?
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
But I think
We're
instead
still
of,
talking about the same thing.
But instead
ladies
of
and
building,
gentlemen.
like, an ark, I think we should just... Everyone build their own raft, probably. And we'll see, like... Kind of like some Hunger Games
BYLR.
shit, you know? Like, whoever survives at the end, they're king of Earth.
Yeah.
Or
So-
Well,
queen.
it depends if people have the carpentry skills to make a raft, though.
That's a good point.
Oh, hey, survival of the fittest. You don't know how to do it, you just drown.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but it's been fucking lovely in Toronto.
Yeah.
Nice
Cool.
and warm, nice and windy, clear
Nice.
skies.
Do you spend
I
all
don't know
day?
Noah's Ark here.
I'm
You
glad you're getting the benefits of our shit show down here. This is good. I'm
Do you
Oh,
glad.
jeez.
Do you spend
Oh,
all
jeez.
day? Do you spend all day inside?
Dude, we spend all day outside now, and also news from the Great White North. We have started COVID vaccines. So 3 of the 4 of us in the
Congratulations.
house, with Ankit being next week,
Yeah.
we're all finally getting freaking vaccinated months after you guys. So that's been swell.
Sweet.
great.
You can join the zombie party.
I'm so excited to just lick things. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be the best thing.
Why do you want to lick toilet bowls, though?
Dude, I'm ready to go to the grocery store and just pick up fruits and just lick them.
What?
It's gonna be
is good.
awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
That's what I
did
did
that.
pre-COVID, you know.
Somebody did that recently in Texas. We have what's called Bluebell ice cream. It's the shit. It's great. And they've been around for a while. And somebody posted a video on like Instagram or TikTok of them opening like a half gallon of Bluebell ice cream and
No!
licking it,
No!
closing it, and putting it back.
No.
They got like 5 years jail time. Like,
Good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kill them.
Wait, but that's-
Just fucking kill them.
It was considered like attempted like assault. Like it was this.
Well, it's like terrorism, dude.
yeah,
like,
basically, and then
you know what I mean?
because
Like,
of that, like Bluebell had to like recall all their ice cream, check it
Oh
all,
my
and then
God.
now they started putting seals on their ice cream. So when you open it,
Oh, they
it's-
never had seals before that?
Well, I was gonna say most ice
It's
cream I buy
sealed
has
on the
seals.
lid.
Even Dairy Queen?
Oh, like a plastic rim around
yeah,
the lid.
but that was
Okay.
it. And so someone could kind of finagle it off, lick it, close it, finagle it back on. But now there's seals like
Wow.
on the inside, and so now you know if it's open, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah. 5 years is too easy. I say we fucking kill him right now.
That's what I was
Well,
thinking. Like,
okay,
and it was
guys, so
a girl too, so
I
not classy. Like
Fuck that bitch. Who gives a
I got
shit?
some news about the death penalty. Speaking thereof,
death
Hell
penalty.
did anyone
yeah.
hear about what's going on in South Carolina?
Sure.
No.
Well, okay, so this is real. You can look it up.
Okay.
Because they are apparently running low on the extremely humane ingredients used to make the lethal injection, they are currently offering inmates on death row a choice between a firing squad or the electric chair.
Nice.
In 2021, dude. This is real.
That's crazy.
So you get to pick which of those two things is going to be the way for you.
Okay.
Firing squad.
I would
That's kind of what I
definitely
thought.
do the
Yeah,
firing
every
squad.
time.
Is that like a new thing?
No.
It's a temporary thing.
It's we're bringing it back,
But
man.
so
It's like
is
retro.
It like trying to be passed? Or something
So-
like it has, or-
It's because they're
No.
out of the ingredient.
the
for
electric
lethal
chair.
injection.
The electric chair.
In what states? In what states?
South Carolina, I guess.
Ah,
Just there.
Diablo, South
Did you
Carolina.
see those videos
that's
of
kind
people like they thought they were
Shit.
running out of gas and they were like getting trash bags and filling them up with gas, and then like 3 days later, 2 days later, they're like, "Yeah, we're not running out of gas," and all these people were just
Yeah.
hoarding all this gasoline.
Why did people even do that? Like, why did, like, I don't understand.
I don't
why
understand
that was
it
the first
either.
thing.
Like whenever like there was a toilet paper shortage, those people they filled their whole fucking house up with toilet paper. And
Yeah, see, like with the thing with that, right? Toilet paper won't usually, like, I don't think it's as flammable as gas.
That's
You know?
true.
that is very true.
Like, yeah, you like they'll get the gas keeper somewhere home, and then even if like a particle of like a cigarette gets into that, it's, I don't know.
But what I
it's
thought
an
was silly
explosive.
was like the pictures I saw. Not too many people had gas cans. People were taking like trash bags, like
Yeah.
bags, and then filling it and just tying it. And I'm like, this is not something I would
Yeah.
want my hands anywhere
Well,
near.
hold on, but these
No,
fucking
people can't
Canadians
be
with
that
their
dumb.
bagged milk bullshit, you know what I mean?
Well, so
Bagged
No,
milk.
bagged milk
Dude,
Whoa,
bagged
whoa,
milk is not,
whoa.
dude. Come
I
on,
disagree
come on.
with that.
No,
Come on,
wait,
that's
what is
old.
this about bagged milk?
Well, okay, so only in Ontario. Apparently, it's just here, no other province. Milk comes in like, dude, how big are the bags?
The bags are huge. I've seen like this big. Probably.
Yeah, like silly fucking things like that. And we have pictures that you cut open your bag of milk or like your liter of milk, and then drop your bag of milk into the liter of pitcher thing, where you just leave it open to the world and stick it back into your fridge. But to go to the grocery store and pick up a bag of milk is the most fun thing on earth.
Bro, this
10 out of
this,
10.
this sounds like some boxed wine bullshit. Like, what?
Even better, you take the box off.
And you know what I'm actually the most disappointed in is the last detail. You don't. What do you mean you don't put a lid on their milk, bro? It's gonna go bad.
It's disgusting.
No, that's
making
not
yogurt.
But see, here it's common that you don't put a lid and everything. Back in India, at least
yeah.
in Mumbai, you get like bags of milk.
Because
only.
you guys like
They're
that
smaller
bacteria shit, bro. You like.
things. Not quite, because like it's pasteurized, so, and you like most households boil it when it comes, right?
Boiled
Okay.
milk.
So like, yeah, we boil the milk again to like pasteurize
Uh-huh.
it probably a second time, and after that we keep it in a container sealed in our fridge. So it's pretty hygienic probably. Here
That's
is
wild.
Yeah, here it's like weird with keeping those bags open. It's the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah,
Ah.
but we really do it up here. You just keep your milk open.
Yeah,
That's
See, I put the lid back on it and then I put it in the fridge.
That's what I want to do.
I mean, most of the times we do get boxed milk though. Like
Boxed
whatever
milk is different than
container.
bagged milk, though.
Well, yeah,
what's
so like
boxed milk?
I mean the container, whatever.
Like
the
in
fuck.
like a
Oh,
half
the
gallons.
cartons,
you know?
the carton. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
Well,
buy,
so
I buy
like-
half gallons. They're in a box. You know?
you can't buy plastic gallons of milk here. Like that unit doesn't exist.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
So I mean, is the plastic? How thick is it? Is it like? Is it? I don't know. Is it as thick as like the plastic gallons?
As thick as a
Or-
brick.
No.
It
I
ain't
mean,
as thick
yeah.
as a
Hey,
brick.
I mean, you know, I hate that song, but
Nah, bro, you were like, me and Craig were like,
It's two
what do you
songs.
think of this song? And you were like, yeah, it's pretty good. And we were like, bro, this is the song you said you hate. You fucking liar. Hate it.
Well, okay, so we drove by the billboard for the attorney that rocks, listening to "Thick as a Brick,"
yeah.
and you can't appreciate it.
No, that was super appreciable, man. I forgot about that fucking billboard. Where the fuck was that?
Right outside of Austin. I will
Oh my-
never forget that.
God.
Just
don't
like
remember
you and I
that
rocking out,
rock.
and everyone else pissed.
Man, that was a fucking time. But that's really this whole milk thing. This is really interesting. I never, I've lived in either, Chicagoland area or Boston for all 26 years of my life, and it's just like, bagged milk. Interesting.
Greg, I think you could go to
But-
most of the United States and not get back milk.
Yeah, probably, right? I don't know.
And according to these guys, apparently you can go to most of Canada and not get back milk.
But here in Ontario,
yeah.
So who flooded in Ontario? Like the French got Quebec and all that.
Oh
I
yeah. What is yeah?
I mean, it used to just be English, just like the U.S. Because when the Revolutionary War happened, all the people who the Loyalists, they sided with the people in what became Ontario or whatever. So they were just English people, just white people.
Bro, don't lie, they were Eskimos. Bro, they
No.
were milking their cows and putting it in bags.
Okay.
That's not no.
Well, guys, Trevor's doing it all over again. He's lying. So.
I'm allowed to lie, bro.
Oh yeah.
Tyler over here tries to lie. It's like, wait a minute, bro. Something ain't right here.
Hey man, I'm full of shit.
I
You
love
guys
it.
know that.
I know.
Guys,
It's a
you don't-
different kind of full of shit, though.
It's a different kind.
You're confident in the fact that you really think you're right until
No.
the point that you're wrong. Where Trevor knows he's wrong, and he'll say it anyways.
You know what's funny is at work.
But it's like the fact that he goes with it.
That's
though.
not
Like
wrong.
he goes with
Yeah.
it.
At work the other
He's
day,
like, yeah.
they were saying like someone was talking about themselves and they were like, I'm kind of like 50-50, like half the shit I say is bullshit, but like the other half like of trivia knowledge, like I've got about right. And then they go, not like Trevor, bro. This man is like 80% lies and like 20% like just crazy knowledge. He's like the crazy shit. He's like, but most of the time he's probably fucking with you.
Yeah.
But some of it, like of everything we say is somewhat bullshit, right? So like, what's like a good percentage? Like 20 or 10 or 30?
I'm definitely at 80. I'm
80%
I think I'm
deal,
50-50.
When my
20%
band-
bullshit, that's good.
when my band, my family, and my coworkers are all like, "Bro, you're so full of shit."
Wait, hold on. Additional voice. We never actually gave you a proper intro.
Yeah, what
Will,
happened,
d-
Will?
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Okay. Sorry. We
Hi.
This is my cousin Robert.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi,
Robert.
Robert.
Hey, I'm William's cousin. My name's Robert.
Hey, Robert.
And
William.
then this is the man that first showed me Rush and Led
Oh,
Zeppelin.
hell yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah. William was asking me are there any like progressives, like
Mhm.
like progressive bands that are progressive? And I'm like, Rush is one of them. Rush has some like really awesome lyrics that are
Mm-hmm.
like about like
Absolutely.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I was
makes me
listening to
feel
Rush
like
yesterday.
being free.
Yeah, man.
Freedom. What is that?
That's a good way to
What is that
describe
to you
Rush's
guys?
sound. They do sound like a very freeing sound.
It sounds like the Great White North.
Yeah.
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 Well, okay, so like on classic rock radio up here at the paint shop,
Yeah.
the amount of like Rush and just like deep cuts of Rush that you hear every day is amazing and heartwarming, and I love it.
That's great.
It's real. It's what I thought it would be.
I never got to see
It
Rush.
sounds like. Oh.
What?
Damn.
I never got to see Rush.
Oh
Neither
yeah.
have I.
No, same.
I haven't
Ah.
seen Rush either.
And they came by Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
But
I
you
haven't
know,
seen 'em.
I
Oh.
learned about Rush at some point, and they came before that, like but right before, man. And then I was like, oh my god, how did I miss that? So
Mhm.
dumb. Yeah.
I got to see them on their last tour, I believe, the Clockwork Angels album tour.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah, Yeah, I saw him in Atlanta, and it was like the day before I saw Primus. It was November 31st and like December 1st or something ridiculous.
That's cool.
But
I thought their last tour was their 40th anniversary tour.
maybe it was the tour right before the last. But either way, I know it was the Clockwork Angels tour because they had the little like string quartet come out with them.
Oh, that's sick.
It was really, really fun. You know, I'm glad I got to see him. Face it.
That's so wild. Also, I like how that was a perfect example of what we were just talking about with Tyler lying, where like he lied unknowingly. He really thought like that was it. Where Trevor would be like, "Yeah, dude. Well, like I saw Rush back in like 1983. Like it was pretty wild. Like you wouldn't believe the shit that I." And he's just like, "Fucking Trevor, goddamn."
Well, speaking of, when I was 6,
Yeah.
I did go see Rush with the Washing Machine tour.
Mhm.
I did.
Nice.
When you were 6.
What?
Nice.
No, I died.
Yeah,
I was never 6. I know it's a funny lie.
Man, we know you were born 7, dude.
Yeah,
Like, fucking
exactly, bro.
Stop,
Like-
all right.
um,
Ha 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 ha. It's somebody's bedtime. Sorry about that.
yeah, I was
Oh.
like, what was that?
Night
My
Will.
iPhone was telling me go to sleep.
Wow. Okay. How ironic. So I'm trying to run away from screen time, right? And then here's
Yeah.
my cousin with his phone reminding him to go to bed. I should probably do that as well. But hey, I've never done that. That I don't know.
Yeah. No, more screen time.
Yo,
Four.
I ignore it. I'm like,
Hey,
okay, and then I stay awake longer.
I
Well,
had a
that's
friend.
adorable.
I had a friend where every 15 minutes his phone would tell him to drink water, and he would never drink water. And I'm like, why? Why are you letting it yell at you every 15 minutes? He's like, you think it should be every 10? I'm like, no, I think you should drink water.
Is he raging against the machine?
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Is
Maybe
that what this
that's
has
the
really
point.
been about the whole time?
Honestly, that's my favorite thing about that band. The fact that there's a verb in the name of the band. You know, because you are constantly raging against the machine. And I don't know. I like that. I just like thinking about that.
That's a good
I
point.
never think about that.
I guess
Noun,
rush.
verb,
Rush could be a
adjective.
verb.
It's like an adjective.
You think rush is a verb?
It could
I think
be.
rush in their sense is a noun.
Yeah.
Of course, in their
I
sense,
rushed
but the
over
word
there.
rush
No.
comes from rush.
Well, no, I mean like rush can be a
It felt-
noun
it-
too.
But I thought it was like it's a feeling, like I feel a rush.
Okay. So you say it's a
Oh, well,
feeling,
okay, Val.
not a noun?
So what's a,
Is a noun a feeling?
what's a feeling? Is a feeling
That
a
would be
noun?
more of an adjective.
An adjective, right? That's the first thing I said.
I'm
Adjective.
glad we all majored in English.
Wow.
I can barely. Trust me. I'm thinking in another language, and I'm trying to translate as quickly as I can. Fuck.
For
Well-
me, there's things that like I
What-
just
what?
let go, and like noun or like rules are one thing that I just like blah, nope, don't have time for you. Not in my
Well, yo,
brain.
so I would like to point out that for the first time, this podcast is now half bilingual and half dumbass, just monolingual English folks.
Oh yeah, brothers. Oh yeah, brothers. Oh yeah.
This is very good.
Time to
Very
promote
good.
my beer. I am
Oh,
drinking.
Go on. Yeah.
Speaking
You
of good old
broke your
American,
beard? What?
promote.
I'm gonna
English.
broke my beer.
So this is from the company Belching Beaver, who did the Deftones beer.
Okay.
But I've been really getting into hazy IPAs, and they're like IPAs, but with like a lot more flavor, like fruit flavor to it, like a little more citrus. Like it's a good way to get into IPAs because you get a lot of flavor out of it. But this is the Hazer's Gonna Haze IPA. Damn good times.
Nice.
What are they?
Does it have CBD?
No, I have marijuana for that.
ah.
It's a little bit different than
Okay.
CBD.
I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Like the separation of THC and CBD, and
That's
then
fine.
that being two separate like things you consume.
That's fine. I think some people can't handle THC. Some people don't
Yeah.
need it, you know?
Yeah.
I think CBD is
Yeah.
great for that. I give it
Okay.
to my
No,
dogs, you know?
Yeah.
What?
As a guy that's had like a lot of back problems, like the CBD like supplements and stuff like that, like really fucking help a lot. It's pretty great.
When I go cycling and do a lot of physical activity, I get really sore, and especially in my forearms because I already have tendonitis from guitar.
Yeah.
And like for years and years and years, I've like done things where like, oh, put this icy hot on it or put lotion on it and all this stuff, and I felt like like it, to be totally honest, it really wasn't helping much. Like I felt like it really wouldn't do much. I would put a CBD cream on it, and within minutes I would feel like relief, and like actually like and it would stay away. Like it's that miracle thing that we somehow have been slacking on.
Gravity Dan,
yeah,
he would live and die by that shit, man. Like he gets like with all the mouse clicking that he'll be doing at Gravity for 6+ hours a day. He's like, he throws a little bit of that, and he's like 10 minutes later, I'm good to go, and he'll just go back at it again.
It works.
Crazy.
It's like some real shit that like not lying, not trying to say that just because I love it and promote it. Like it works
because I'm selling it. I'm not trying.
By the way, you need to buy.
Well, here's the thing: if you sign up, then you get $10 and I get $10. But if you get someone else to sign up, then I get $10 and you get $10 and they get $10.
And then what happens?
About that.
And then
think about
and
that.
then it keeps going, and then and it kind of looks like a triangle.
I
think they call
it's a multi-tiered marketing scheme.
Yeah, dude, just think about it. All right?
What do they call
Multi-level.
it? Multi-level.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I got drug into one of those recently.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
explain.
All right. It's kind of an uncomfortable experience, but one time I got a call from someone that I know personally, and they were like, "Oh, I hadn't talked to them in a long time, and this is a little bit older person. Like, as you know, I hang out with dads, and so this gentleman was like in his 50s, late 50s.
I feel like you're just talking about Andrew, and you're trying to pretend that you're not talking about Andrew right now.
No, I'm going to get to who it is in a second, and it's going to make that big of an impact.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Yeah. So I hadn't talked to this person in a long time, and they said they wanted to talk to me about a job. And so I go and I meet up with them, and I'm like, okay, let's see how this is about. And they take me to what he called it his own office. And I walk in and I'm looking at it's kind of in a weird part of town that like. Those weird buildings, you look and you go, I don't know what anybody does in there. Like, it was one of those offices, and it was just like, and it was in a weird building, and everything looked weird. And so finally he opens up, and the company was World Financial Group, which is a real company owned by Transatlantic, which owned that huge building in San Francisco. But Transatlantic, which is a multi-trillion-dollar bank corporation, is owned by like a random European company, like just totally like out there, like no one knows really, like it's out of the country. World Financial Group is a insurance seller agency, and the whole thing was basically a pyramid scheme, like to where he was like, you can call someone in, and then I look on the wall and there'd be pictures of people. I'm like, who are they? And he's like, oh, those are our diamond level like seller. And I'm like, oh, there's no ranking in jobs, bro. Like, I'm talking about. Now that being said, you could potentially make a lot of money. Like I see why he bought into all this. He truly believed this was like a legit thing. That's the thing. Like, I don't think he was trying to scam me in any way. I don't think he was trying to, like... I think he truly believed it because he was in on it. His wife was in it. His daughters were in on it. Like, he brought his whole family in to work for this company. And, like, the way it would work is, like, if Craig was trying to invest $500,000 into, like, a savings account for, like, retirement... Like, I would help you find the right program through the right bank to help you, like, make the most out of it without losing it. You know what I mean? Like, and finding the best thing. And then I I get 5% of the money transacted.
Oh, wow. Okay. Huh.
So it'd be like that'd be what, $2,500?
Yeah, something like that.
You know, that's one client. You know,
Or no, that's 5. That's 5. Wait.
I mean,
Yeah, I
so
don't know.
Trevor, the only thing is that would stand as a commission in terms of its like whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But did so like at what point was someone sold, like you said, like the diamond level members? Like what was he trying to like sell you on? Like what were you supposed to invest in?
Okay, so here's the deal. First of all, you had to pay for the applications. Just to apply was $100. So that's the big thing. So even like
Just like the B word.
So even someone like me, which was not like even someone like me, let's say I was to pay that
Yeah.
and then just not show up anymore, they've still made $100 off me.
Makes sense.
And the way it would work is that's the idea of what your job is that you're going to meet with people and you're going to sell them insurance and you're going to make money off it. But that's not the case. That's not what you're actually doing. What it is it's very much like okay, your first tasks are going to be like you need to go reach out and bring 5 other people in. You know, and like so these diamond level members are people that have bullshitted their like because you lose all contact with your like relationships with people. Like what if to all of you I was just like, all right guys, like hey, I got this perfect opportunity for you. Like you guys want to sit down and like it's all over their
Lay it on me, brother. Let's go.
You know what I mean? It's all over their face. You ever see people that type up like doing great things, being successful, working hard, and making money, and like
Yeah.
you don't actually know what they do, and they don't actually show anything. They're involved.
Doesn't matter. They're successful, bro.
They're involved
Come
in
on.
these pyramid schemes, and like, anyway, this guy was my guitar teacher.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
The guy who taught me playing guitar for like 10 years.
Oh
And
boy.
Wow.
he reached out to me like in the middle of the blue and like really didn't have I was like, yo, let's go get drinks, let's go meet up, like I've known you
Yeah.
since I was 11.
Oh.
It's been a long time. And he was like, no, come in for this job thing. And then like while I was there I would just try to talk and like catch up and all that, and it was like he just didn't even fucking like
What?
yeah.
Oh, that's so
Whoa.
lame.
yeah, like he would
So he wasn't even good at trying to sell it to you. He's just kind of fucking bullshit, man.
yeah, and then like I remember asking him like why are you asking me to come work for you? He's like, oh well, I remember like you know really enjoying your company and all this stuff yada yada. And I'm like, dude, I haven't seen you in 6 years. Like you don't
Yeah.
know what I'm like now. Like first of all, like second of all, like you're obviously just not there. You know, like you got your
Yeah.
family in on this, like
Yeah.
and I just like you've ruined like I get on their Facebook and like I see all the other people that work for this company and they're posting things like if I knew I could make like 6-figure salaries, like $200,000 a year, like while only working part-time, like I would like yeah. And I'm like, there's no way, it's not real. Like you can't do that, you know, like unless you're essentially either really really scamming people or you're lying to try to get more people invested to come work for you so that you can make money off them.
No, or like you said, like basically, if you get really big commissions, you know, how many sales do you need to make?
Well,
not that much.
It's
you know
not
what I
even
mean?
that though. Like it's that whole pyramid idea. It's this guy makes a lot of commission, but before these guys can make the commission, they got to bring in these guys, and then these guys at least half of them have to stay before you can actually start training them to do this. So they have to do their fast startup training, where we'll bring you in and fast start you and get you go. That's all these keywords like. And it all just goes down like this. It's you got to bring in more people and bring in more, and it's never about actually even bringing in clients. It's like all your money just comes from your employees that you're, you know, it's ridiculous shit.
You guys
Dude,
gotta
that's
check
fucking
out
wild.
there's a video by a guy named Knowing Better, or like a channel called Knowing Better on YouTube.
Okay.
And he's got one on like I forget if he actually calls it multi-level marketing or just like straight up
Oh,
pyramid
yeah.
schemes.
Yeah.
It's really, really like just it's cool. It's informative on all of this stuff, and I endorse Knowing Better.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
I've seen
dope.
that.
I did watch.
Now, do you work for him now, or when you say this, like, are you trying to sell us
Well,
on the idea?
yeah, exactly.
Of
Here's the
selling-
thing. So I got $10, and then he got $10. But if you sign up, then you get $10.
But now that we're mentioning on the podcast, like, are we gonna also take a cut of your $10 for like?
I would love
bringing
to
it
take
publicly?
Tyler's $10.
Well, I only have $10 because of Manscaped,
Oh,
our currently existing
yeah!
sponsor.
Yeah.
I have a lot more than $10 because of
Fuck
Manscaped.
yeah. Wait, hold up, Manscaped. Like, we need to talk about a
Let's
certain.
talk. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Manscaped a little
Yeah,
bit.
dude.
But like,
Fucking
Okay,
let's go.
what do
can
you
I
think of
ask
Manscaped?
about the?
I love Manscaped.
Yeah.
As you can tell by his flowing hair.
Yeah.
And you
In the right
definitely started.
places.
Yeah.
You definitely started using Manscaped because of this podcast, right, dude? Like you
Dude, I've
use.
been using it since years, bro.
No. You've been using it since you saw our ad on this podcast, right, man? Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
He used
Okay.
discount
If
code
you say
Let's
so,
Get
yeah.
Mystical. Yeah. Sick. Hell yeah.
Will, does your cousin
Man.
have any great things to say about
Love our
Manscaped?
fans.
Yeah.
But what were you gonna say, dude?
What's it called? That pyramid scheme, like, so, like, but it's
If you want to ask more questions about that, no, get out of here.
okay.
No, we're talking about
I'm pretty
Manscaped,
sure,
bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your cousin wants to talk about Manscaped, bro.
Robert, what are your experiences with Manscaped? I know you have many.
Manscaped. No
Yeah.
experiences. I don't know what that is.
See, this is obviously not a fan of our podcast at this
Oh,
point.
okay.
I see,
So
I see.
he gets some of the jokes, but not
I have
all
a
of
good
them.
one
I don't
for
think
you
he's
about
been. I don't think
Manscaped.
he's heard an ad. He has not heard an ad. So
But I'm ready to get into Manscaped.
Yeah, you are.
Perfect.
Well, Ankit, how do you get into Manscaped? Tell us.
Oh.
wait, you want me to get him into Manscaped? Or what is this?
No.
What is this?
I'm already far deep into Manscaped at this point.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be there.
It just
Well, don't
I
forget.
have no idea what this is, but I'm very
Well,
intrigued.
Well, when you want to know more and you want to get into Manscaped, just use the code Let's Get
Let's
Mystical,
Get Mystical. Discount code Let's Get Mystical.
and you can get yourself a Manscaped.
Yeah.
So I went.
for free.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
went to my
There you go.
I went to see my brother.
Do I have to write it in caps, or is it just all lowercase?
Yeah, all caps. All caps.
All
Case
caps.
All
sensitive,
caps.
as
Let's
always.
get, okay.
Two words, right? Or
Three.
Or one.
Let's
Or
get mystical.
technically-
too.
Oh.
But 4 exclamation points.
Okay.
Wait, what?
okay.
Yeah.
There's a 4 exclamation. Wait, what's the discount code on that one? Like, I don't even. Fucking what?
And don't forget, there's like a
Are-
question
are
mark
the-
at the end.
Are the S's money signs?
Intuitive of you, sir.
What kind of question
Yes,
is
they
that?
are.
Absolutely, they are.
And you just assume that I would know all of this?
Well, absolutely. All right, so I went and saw my brother this weekend. He graduated from college. Which
I
was-
saw your mom's pictures. You
Were you
okay?
guys back in Boston?
No, he's in Texas State, so he's in San Marcos, which is like in between Austin and San Antonio.
I reach out to Trevor when I'm having all these issues with last week's podcast, and I'm like, hey man, like I need this, that, and the other, and he's like, oh man, I'll get it to you, but I'm out of town, so I'm gonna send Big Chris, and I'm like, hey, where are you going? I don't hear anything, and then I just start seeing your mom post shit tons of pictures of you guys at the graduation. I'm like, oh okay, that's cool.
So I go to my brother's house, and I use his bathroom to get ready, and I look over in the corner, and charging right there on the counter is Manscaped.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, whose is this? And he goes, oh, it's my roommate Stefan. And I'm like, Stefan? I was like, oh, I haven't met Stefan yet. And I look over, and this 6'2" black man walks out of the room. He's like, yeah, you like my Manscaped? And I was like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was great.
That's great.
Yeah, it was a good time. I had a lot to drink.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm applauding to the ad. That's a
Yeah.
good ad.
That's
We,
good. That's really good.
We
I'm
stayed
slowly
at
understanding more.
a Hyatt resort
Yeah.
for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And so my mom had a hotel room there while we stayed at like another room. And so at the resort, though, every time we'd order drinks and all this stuff, we just charged it to my mom's room. and like we were talking about like getting massages at one point. We didn't. We were talking about it, and my brother was like, "Oh yeah, my favorite part is gonna be right there at the end where I'm like, yeah, just charge it to 4808. It'll be." And anyway, we definitely racked up $1,000 in alcohol
God.
over the course of Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wow.
How the fuck is a public school teacher gonna afford that, you asshole?
Oh no, we paid for it.
Oh, okay.
No, we paid for it, but
I was like, God damn.
no, but that was because like we'd be like there was like a lazy river, so like we'd be on the lazy river, and I'd be like, yeah, bro, give me my daiquiri, and
4808.
yeah, 4808, bro. Oh, and the best part was my mom's friends showed up, like they got their own rooms, and we were like, yeah, charge it to 5303, bro.
Oh
Like,
my God, dude.
and then we get really mad. They're like, what's
Question: how was the ceremony? Like, how did they do that?
All right, so it was outside.
Yep.
It was a little different than other graduations. So first off, because
Okay.
they do it by the school within the school, there was only like 600 kids graduating. Because there's
A school within
30,000
a-
kids there, so they do like.
Oh my God!
Yes.
What?
So they do like the school of
Wait,
business, the school
Oh
of
my God.
economic. You know what I mean? Like they do all the different schools. So he was in the business, and so there's like 600 kids graduating.
And which school is this again? I'm sorry.
Texas State. Otherwise,
State,
yes.
okay.
If you're an older gentleman, you would know it as Southwest Texas. So that's what your parents might
Okay.
know it as. Used to be the shittiest school in the country. It would be like it was the party central. It was so
Oh,
bad
okay.
they had to change the name of the school. Like,
Amazing.
and it's still the top party school in the country. But it was cool, and the fun part is when they graduate, their like thing is to jump in the river because they have a river.
Oh, okay.
And that's what everyone does. They float the river and get drunk, and that's what they do. Like, I don't know. It's great.
Wow.
It's one of those colleges that like you'd have a class with like 300 kids.
Whoa.
Yeah,
okay.
like in like a big assembly,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's cool. Like,
Nice.
but so at the graduation, the students were out like in the football field,
Uh huh.
and they had the chairs separated pretty far apart. Not like horribly, but like pretty decent amount. And you could sit wherever you want. There wasn't alphabetical order. You just sat wherever you want, and when you walked up to the stage, you just handed them a card, and they read your name. And we though like we were emailed that it was gonna be really strict on like we had assigned seating in the place, like we had to have
Yeah.
our tickets to get in. No, total bullshit. We just walked right in. You sit wherever you want. It did not fucking matter.
Go figure.
It was fine. You know, everyone was outside. It wasn't that many people when it realistically, like, the stadium was like a seventh full.
Okay.
You know, like it wasn't
Did
like
they have any kind of COVID stuff in terms of the audience or whatever else?
no, just
Nothing?
Nah, you just walked in.
Were people at least wearing masks?
Some of them. It's Texas, bro. They just lifted the full mask ban like completely. We could do whatever we want. I could shoot someone.
You could go lick some stuff at the grocery store, man. You could
Yeah.
live the dream.
I could go lick some ice cream. Dude, straight up, my coworker Mason, this girl, the only girl like mechanic in the shop the other day, like we're just hanging out and she's like, we had closed and we were all cleaning up and she's like, yeah, I'm strapped up every day when I come in here, right? And I was like, what? And she straight up just like pulls out a Glock, slaps it on the table, and she's like, I carry that in with me every day. And I was like, I never saw once. Like, they're so, like, the way that you can fit them now, I was impressed. I was like, I would have never known. You've been working here for 6 months, and I never once thought you were armed, like, to the teeth right in front of me.
Ye fucking haw,
Ye
dude.
fucking ha, bro. She's
Is that even legal though?
yeah, it's
Like
legal.
at a workplace.
Absolutely. As long as the boss says it's okay, and my bosses are like, it's Texas, do whatever the fuck you want. We were actually probably one of the first businesses to say, you're an adult, you can wear a mask if you want, but it's not required.
Oh, okay.
Like, we were probably one of the first ones.
Yeah.
But like, even I still wore a
That's-
mask for like a long time,
Yeah.
Please
But now
wear
that
a
I've been
mask.
vaccinated, I don't really wear it.
Please wear a mask, man.
I usually do, but I'm fully vaccinated, which is the best part. I'm also pretty confident I'm immune. I say that, but I've just been working so long.
It's those Texas
Real, but here's the
genes,
thing.
brother.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
They evolve, so like even. First of all, we might need booster shots. Okay, so
Yes.
the
We'll probably need
disease,
booster
the
shots.
virus. Well, it's not a disease; it's a virus. It evolves.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it's like if you're vaccinated, you're good for now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
To an extent, I mean, the whole point of a vaccine is just to build up. It's just to build up blood cells to it. You know, it's just to boost your immune system. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Like, what was the whole thing with the J&J was the only vaccine to actually have coronavirus in it, and the other
Yeah.
ones were just
Yeah.
samples of it.
I had a long conversation, funny enough, with my physical therapist. Used to like work in that field, whatever you call that, and she explained to me how like the whole thing with the Pfizer and Moderna and whatnot, and she explained it like it's like a fingerprint of the virus, and that's why it is so like perfectly perfectly set to that of the COVID-19 virus, and how the J&J it is the same thing, but it's dead or dying, and apparently at this stage in the processes, that's why it's not as protective of a vaccine, because
it's not a living virus.
Yes, yeah. I mean, not that the fingerprint is technically a living virus, but it's that much closer than what J&J is. That being said, she said expect to get a booster, like, because it's not the actual like virus.
Yeah.
Expect to get a booster, because
believe
like
it.
you know, and that's fine. Like, I'm not like, for whatever reason, everybody's like against the idea of or not against the idea, but like they appear to be very like skeptical of the idea of, oh, but I'm gonna need a booster. And it's like, yeah, so like technically you're supposed to get a booster for the fucking flu, you know, every couple of years or something like that. Like, it's just something you should probably do. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, you know, I do my fair share. I'm just like, man, they could tell me to, hey, here's some anthrax. I'd be like, all right.
Whoa.
You know, like, is everyone else
That's
in
a
on
little
it?
extreme.
Can I load
Yep.
it into a gun?
Yeah, can you kill me with it? Okay, but do you want to die from the bullet from the gun carrying the anthrax, or do you want to die from the anthrax on the bullet?
I want to die from the anthrax
both.
holding the gun.
So again,
Yo.
coffee with
It's like that. There's a Family Guy where they're like, oh, they go to a fire station, and they're like, back in the day, we had to actually fight fires, and then like, the fire comes to life, and so he
Yeah.
fights it, and then the fire's like, oh my god, the fire's got a gun, and it pulls out the gun, and then the fire shoots itself, and it just extinguishes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That was
man.
the same with the. Do you remember? I think it was.
It shoots itself, and then it
Yeah.
just extinguishes, so it goes away.
Yeah.
You know,
They had
I
a
imagine like an entire room burning and just a bunch of guns floating in the air shooting.
Yeah.
Just like a
And
huge
they're all-
shootout.
You've just described Texas on a Friday night. Man.
Who was it? The Office,
Well-
the first guys to do that. The fire's shooting at us.
That is The Office, yes.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
So,
man, it's the
Dwight-
one,
it's
Dwight
probably
with
the most
the
famous
fire
scene.
safety fire drill thing, yeah.
And so
Oh, is that
When
the same
Angela
episode?
hurls the cat into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ceiling.
yeah, I've seen
so
that.
he lights firecrackers off, and they go off, and they're like, "Oh, the fire's shooting at us."
Oh, that's okay. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Well, so just so you guys know, Ankit here loves Texas.
Yeah.
He embodies Texas. This guy is going to retire with a Ram 2500 in a ranch off Amarillo. And it's going to be amazing.
Good
That's
for
gonna
him.
be a good time, man.
Texas is the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Come
Texas
visit,
is.
bro.
Once
There's-
I get my visa.
There you go. There's one thing Texas needs. One thing. Like, just one thing. It's not little.
Unkit. It's Unkit. Yeah. I was gonna say.
Two things Texas needs. Two things.
What's the
Ankit
second?
Yeah.
and legal weed.
Oh.
Oh, it's not legal there?
No.
Oh,
damn.
That's
That's
sort of the
unfortunate.
South, man.
It is
Man,
a
not at
state
all.
thing, and Texas is
Damn.
like, eh.
Is it so is it still like is it decriminalized at least or not even? Like is it still
Depends
like
on the county.
Okay.
So like where I live, no, but in like where downtown Houston is, it is decriminalized.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So I try to smoke the most over there.
How about like Austin?
Damn.
I'm sorry?
How about like Austin?
Definitely. It's probably, I know those counties probably decriminalize that shit. Austin
Okay,
is
yeah.
like if you look at an election map of the counties
Yeah.
in Texas,
Yeah.
it is just the bluest shit
It's the yeah.
ever.
No, exactly.
Exactly. It's a cool place out. I like Austin a lot. I've had some really cool experiences that I've never had in other cities. Particularly when Mike was living there.
Yeah.
I went to go see him, and he was like, "Do you want to go swimming?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I thought he was meant like we're going to my buddy's house to go swimming, like because he said we were meeting up with someone. So I thought we were just going to the pool. We just park on the side of the fucking road, and he's like, "All right, let's go." I was
Yeah.
like, "What?" And we just like walk into the woods for a good like I don't know, not that maybe a quarter mile, and there's this swimming hole, and there's all these people there, and there's beer everywhere, and it's got like 2 levels. It's like, all right, bro, like get in. There's this rope swing someone tied on to, and it's not like a pool at all. Like there's fish in there and like all this shit. Like you just go swimming.
Damn.
Nice.
So I'm swimming in the middle of fucking like I parked off the highway.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is the craziest shit ever. I was like, this is badass.
That's super cool.
And then
That's
when we were there, it was fun on tour. What's that? 6th Street?
Yeah.
Man, that shit's wild. That's
Yeah.
the most bars I've ever seen in my life.
It's
How
yeah.
does it compare to Nashville? Like same kind of
Very
vibe. I
similar.
haven't been to 6th Street.
Very similar.
I've never been to Nashville.
I've been-
oh,
I've
shit.
never played. Okay, get this. With both, between starting touring at 17 or whatever, I've never played a single show in Nashville, ever.
Dude, it is not your typical vibe. I will
That's
say that.
what I assumed. Yeah.
Nashville
It's,
is big.
How so?
It is.
It's what?
I
Big.
yeah, big. Or do you mean how so in regards to that? It's not my vibe.
Oh, well, okay, so in terms of, like, not your vibe, I only mean that in the sense that, like, Nashville seems to be very true to itself in its... I don't want to say country anymore because it really
Yeah.
isn't,
Yeah.
but it's very Americana-y. So,
Yeah.
like, in terms of the South, because, like, I guess, Trevor, like, Texas is its own thing compared to the Deep South.
Yeah.
So, like,
Absolutely.
Atlanta has the kind of, like, party, trap, hip-hop, like, that's where all that is.
Yeah.
And then a few hours north, Nashville has everything with a guitar in it. So, like, anything that's kind of, like, twangy
Yeah.
at all, like, anything with a clean guitar.
All that
that's
country
Nashville.
pop is recorded
Yeah.
in Nashville.
Well, and the Black Keys and, like, Jack White
I was
now
gonna
has
say
a,
Jack
a thing in
White.
Nashville. Yeah.
Well, when we did Icky Thump, it was recorded at Blackbird.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andrew, who's working there.
Yeah, who's working there, right? Or interning or whatever? Yeah.
He's doing their
Where-
program.
Where is that one? Sorry.
That's in Nashville,
Oh.
Blackbird, and then they have what's called
Damn,
the
I didn't
Blackbird
know that.
Academy, and that's what he's doing.
That's really cool, man.
They have the world's largest microphone collection, and that's why Slate does all their mic sims through Blackbird.
Oh, interesting.
That's
okay.
why that's why the logo for all that Slate microphone stuff is a bird,
Yeah.
because it's
Uh-huh.
it's through Blackbird, and they sampled all of it there.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's.
Interesting.
It's a badass.
Do you know, were the Slate guys like? Did they work at Blackbird previous to that? Like, is
Oh, I
there
don't
any
know.
other? Okay, yeah.
I'm sure
that sounds-
I'm sure there's some
yeah.
connection,
Uh huh.
But
On the topic of Slate, do y'all think Steven Slate looks like a cartoon?
I do. I absolutely do. I am with you on that.
Like, I used to use their plugins, and then I saw his face, and then I couldn't trust the plugins anymore.
Oh my god, dude, that's so fucking funny.
I don't think it affected me that deep because I still like him, but I definitely have like a weird thing now because I feel like I'm kind of using some fake shit. I'm like, ugh, like
Yeah.
Like the guy who made this is some fake shit. Like what the?
Dude,
Dude, he looks like a cartoon straight up, dude.
that's so
I,
funny.
I thought Slate would be this, like, you know, Andrew Sheps, the engineer with the long beard and shit.
Yeah.
Like I thought
Uh-huh.
it'll be like one of those guys, like really serious, and then there's this guy who's like really buff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the typical production wizard.
Yeah.
I want a Taco Bell manager in physical form teaching me audio.
Yeah.
That's what I expect. Not some buff motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know who
Like-
bothers
like-
me like that is Dave Friedman.
Ah.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know why he always comes off to me as like I'm just a cock. Like
Because he is, but like
Yeah.
that's exactly the point. Is he's just this guy that's been working in the industry way too fucking long, and he's just done with everybody's shit. And it's like, here's my fucking amplifier. Fuck you. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
But it's like the hair too that he does. You know,
Yeah.
everything's all slick, nice,
Yeah.
clean. I'm
Because
like,
he's a slick motherfucker. Look at that amplifier behind you. Tell me that's not made by a slick motherfucker, dude. Like,
that's a
it's
good point. That's a
Yeah.
really good point. All right, you know what? Maybe I might change my mind on Dave Friedman.
there you go.
Maybe he is a slick motherfucker. That's a good point.
Maybe he's been the slickest motherfucker the whole time, and we just didn't even notice.
Maybe line 6 is amazing.
Lines.
I don't-
line
ask-
six
ask-
is-
Ask Steve Howe.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Ugh.
Oh, I couldn't fucking believe it when I saw that live. Just like, what the? That, okay, man.
Line
Yeah.
six?
Okay. Line 6, the guitarist of Yes.
Okay. The
Wow.
Helix
Wait, hold
or just,
on.
like, what was it?
Amp. Hmm?
Ooh.
Line 6. Yes. Yes is prog. Prog is a kind of music. We
Music?
do music. Album of the week. Let's go.
Ba, 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 Wow, that was
That was damn
That was a
forced.
tough pill
that
to
was
swallow.
damn
Not
forced.
bad.
I liked it. I liked it.
that wasn't bad because you got the prog in there. You got
Yeah.
the music
Yeah.
part. You got
Yeah.
that we do music. You know, yeah, it all kind of.
It's
It was an intern level album of the week compared to Trevor's master level Chris Lord Algae album of the week Manscaped transition. Not bad boyos.
that was good.
Now,
that was good. All right.
If Ankit would like to introduce the album of the week and tell us his thing about it.
Take it
Yeah,
away,
boy.
brother.
So, yeah, the album of the week this week I chose was The Division Bell by Pink Floyd. I like Pink Floyd. They're nice. No, but on a serious note, like,
And that's it. We'll see you guys next week.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, this was one of those albums that was recorded, if I'm sure, after Waters left the band. Yeah, and like they recorded half of it on a boat or something called Astoria. It's a really fun story with the album too. Like just after their complications and everything, the legal issues with their previous albums.
Mm.
So yeah, and this is one of my favorite Pink Floyd songs, which is High Hopes. So yeah,
Mm. That was good.
when did Waters leave the band?
think around 85, 86, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, it's like 10 years before.
Yeah.
Hey, damn.
Yeah, because they like I remember I forgot the album name. It's a weird album name, but they released that in 87, and there were a lot of legal issues surrounding that album with a lot of personnel and everything. Yeah, and after that, after a significant amount of time, they released Division Bell.
Do you think Poles Apart is about Roger Waters?
Maybe, I don't know, because like a lot of the album is written also in collaboration with Gilmour's wife, so
Oh.
like it could be. But the major thing that I was noticing throughout was like this theme of, like conflict resolution
Yeah.
more than anything
Mm-hmm.
throughout the album. Yeah, so I think it might be relating to that. Could be an undertone towards Waters, but
It was a little.
Yeah, it could be just about like political issues at that point.
Yeah, because it was a little forward. If it was going to be about waters, I was like, man, I don't think it would.
You say
That's
it's
a
about
lot.
political issues at that time?
I think so. I'm not very sure, but it seems like, cause like A Great Day for Freedom, I guess, is about like the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Berlin Wall falling down.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think it might, like the ideation and everything at that point might revolve around like that entire political scenario at that point. I guess around that point would also be when USSR must have fallen down or something, I'm guessing. So like a lot of things could have influenced it. Again, these are all assumptions that I'm making from my end. I'm not very sure.
No, but those years are right.
Yeah.
I think the Berlin Wall was in the 80s though.
Yeah, it could be late 80s.
Yeah. But I mean, it still could be written, you know, in that idea. As okay, what do you play? Do you play in?
So I like to say that I play nothing because I play like piano really badly and guitar very badly.
Perfect.
So yeah, so I like to say I play
Same.
nothing. I'm just,
Yeah, I mean, same.
yeah,
Join
I'm
the
just-
club.
Basic keys 1 and 2.
I'm just okay with handling equipment, you know.
Uh-huh.
This guy knows tech like no one else I have ever met.
Good.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
So as like
You're too kind, bro.
an
Mhm.
avid like a musician, as a musician who listens to music and works with
Yeah.
production, how do you feel? I'm a very big Pink Floyd fan, and how do you feel that like some of the 90s, like specifically this album, in terms of like sonically, how do you think it holds up with like some of the like late 70s, like some of the like when almost like primal Pink Floyd era stuff, that 70s to early 80s sounds that, you know, with Waters, do you think like their actual sound has made a big change, and like that maybe like the direction they're trying to go with was a little different? Because sometimes I feel like this era of Pink Floyd
Yeah.
was almost a different band.
I think so too, cause like I won't say I'm a very like big fan of Pink Floyd in terms of knowing everything about them,
Mhm.
but from whatever little I know about them, I think it was about Waters and Gilmour writing the song, and with Division Bell, with Division Bell or the album before, it was more of Gilmour writing the songs himself, and that's why a lot of the songs have a lot more extended amounts of like guitar material, or like his amount of singing and everything. Like that's what I think about it. So it is definitely more influenced by Gilmour's style more than both of their styles, or Waters writing a song.
I find Waters to be a little, he gets kind of, I don't want to say the word poppy, but he writes that kind of the big chorus, you know, the big verse kind of style, and I feel like Gilmour gets very personal with, and I don't mean personal in like it'll be quiet at times, but I mean his music gets very personal, and like it's very much an emotional trip with him, whereas Waters like very much wanted to write a song.
Could be, yeah.
You know, I find that a lot, that like you find the hits, quote unquote, with some of the Waters stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you know, because I listened to About Face, which I think is, yeah, that's definitely David Gilmour. That was one of my favorite albums, like the beginning of like undergrad. And that's, I think it's 70s, not 80s. I could be entirely wrong. But that was very, very different compared to this in terms of like songwriting approach and all the rest. I don't know what you guys think about it. I'm not the... I can talk later in terms of my Pink Floyd whatever, but you guys seem to know them fairly well. I mean, what do you guys think about
I've
that?
only listened to, I don't know anything about them. I just listen to all their music.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can honest to God, and I know this is like sacrilege, and me and Will have talked about this in the past, I've never been a huge Pink Floyd fan. Not because I don't like them, it's just in my list of like god tier prog bands, they just never made it into my music collection to be like on regular rotation. And a thing like a thing that always stood out to me with like a lot of people on like gear forums or musical, just guitar related discussion is a lot of people are consistently talking about how incredible David Gilmour's guitar tone is. And I had felt that with all the music.
But we
What?
were talking about something else. The songwriting, man. Come on, give the man some slack.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
But I will say, like, in regards to like things like that, I never quite got it. Like I always
I
thought,
don't consider Pink Floyd a progressive band.
I agree.
And I think that's
Nice.
the overwhelming
I
thing.
feel like this is taking such a 360.
I know.
This is like the nice thing.
I'm
We
like-
love you, but and then you stab them in the
Oh no,
back.
I love them. I love them, but I don't think they're a progressive band.
Oh no, I think
I
they're
don't-
just the worst band ever. No. No, I'm joking. I love Pink Floyd. My math
Good.
teacher showed me Pink Floyd, and like, it was just so awesome. But
Your math
yeah.
teacher.
Yeah, my
It's a
math
pretty good
man.
relationship to have with a math teacher.
Oh no! My math teacher was a hippie, but he acted like a drill sergeant, you know. So.
The hippie drill sergeant.
Did
I was
he get beat up?
I was scared of this man.
And did he get beat up? That's
No.
the important question. That's
No. Yeah, why not?
No, but it was like a respectful. It was respectful, you know. It was just you had respect.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Now,
To the point
I
of
must
fear.
ask, was everyone's first Pink Floyd album Dark Side of the Moon?
No.
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 Good.
Yeah, for me, it was, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Because there's a lot better Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Wait, there's a lot better Pink Floyd than the Division Bell, and also a lot better Pink Floyd than Dark Side of the Moon, right?
My thing though is that a lot of it sounds the same to me. In terms of
The
like,
Division Bell or in general?
in general, just Pink Floyd, like
Mhm.
album to album,
Yeah.
they have a very sound, like they have this is Pink Floyd. And to me that sound is either light / alternative rock, really. I don't really find a lot of it to be progressive. It's deep and it's meaningful, you know. I think the lyrics can, you know, especially on the older stuff, I think Roger Waters, I like his lyrics a lot. But I don't find it to be very progressive. It's just kind of a rock band.
I mean, dude,
Nice.
I have a very similar relationship with Pink Floyd. Going back to, I remember like Rock Band Camp in middle school. We watched one of those like the legendary Pink Floyd shows. I think like live in either the late '90s or early 2000s. And you know, like poor 14-year-old me fell asleep during it, and I just didn't get it. And you know, then I've had other folks. You know, a friend of mine up in Toronto, her dad, you know, talks about how the recording quality and all that, and in terms of what they did sonically for the band, is more than anyone else has ever done for music. And I understand that it sounds very, very nice. It was recorded very well. You know, the Division Bell, this record specifically, sounds great. But my first Pink Floyd record was The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, which I think is sick. And I love Syd Barrett, and I think some of that early 60s...
1967.
Yeah, the psychedelic Pink Floyd is so sick. And then, like, Animals, I think is pretty sick, where it's just full-on, almost hardcore jam band. But, like, this record, to me, just listening to it, struck me very similarly to, like, a Fish record. In terms of, you know, like, oh, this is a good sound, it's a good groove, and then you get a whole lot of that for 10 minutes. And it's good, but, I mean, I would never put it in the same group as, you know, as we've talked about, like, what makes prog. One thing we can all agree on is the songwriting. And I don't really think, except for a few things, you know, like I understand Pink Floyd had some thematic albums or some concept albums in the, you know, that glory 70s era. I don't really think most of that reflects true progressive songwriting. I think a lot of it
No.
conceptually is cool, but the musicianship is just, it's not where their contemporaries were. This is not a Crimson record. It's not Yes. I mean, is this more legit than 90s Yes? I don't know, man. That was some hokey sounding stuff, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't categorize it as progressive like you guys are saying.
I had a conversation with a guy one time who was trying to tell me that, like, this was progressive because, like, well, they had odd time signatures. I was like, that doesn't make you progressive. And I was like, just because money is in 7/4 doesn't mean it's progressive. And in fact, it's probably more so not progressive because it stays in 7/4. You know, like, it doesn't change, quote unquote. It's more so me and Craig talk about a lot, like, when you want to say what makes something progressive, it's all intent and what you feel through the intention of the music. And with Pink Floyd, a lot of the times the intent I get is literally just kind of just a musician writing a song. Like, it's a singer-songwriter in a way. Like, yeah, it'll be like The Wall was super concept and, you know, all that,
Yeah.
you know, the videos for it and everything. But that to me is not prog at all. Like, that's just being a musician. The progressive end of it is it's the intent. It's the attitude going into it. Is this about a feeling or about a topic, or like what am I hearing? What am I feeling when I'm hearing it? And sometimes I don't get the like I'll hear Pink Floyd and I'm like, this just sounds like softer versions of every other band I've heard. You know, with a little more nines.
I mean, in terms of this record specifically, though, because, you know, this is, again, very much like our feelings macro to Pink Floyd. We're all prog guys, so we have very strong feelings towards the quote-unquote prog band that the whole world assumes is our favorite thing.
Yeah.
You know, we have to dispel that. But this record, again, like I said, the sounds on it were great. I could tell the tones were wonderful. The drums were just beautiful, whether I was listening to it on my speakers or in, like, earbuds on the way to work. It sounded beautiful. And, you know, there are particular moments. I think Take It Back might have been the moment, or Keep Talking had the electronic elements to it, one of those two.
Yeah, one of those, yeah.
One of those,
was it?
I started,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
they
it was
were fun.
Take It Back started sounding like U2 at one point.
Yeah, but, like, in a way that, given the period and who this band is,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
thought it was kind of fun, you know? Like, I liked the record. I don't think, you know, Pink Floyd isn't bad just because we don't think they're prog.
Oh, absolutely not.
I thought this was a lovely jam band record. I could go down the road and listen to this going through some low elevation mountains with no issue.
Yeah. Well, but that's exactly what I was trying to say earlier, was the fact that I feel like this is the first thing from Floyd that I'd listened to. Again, I'd never listened to this beforehand, that because the quality of the recording was so good, I felt like I could understand the whole, like, ethereal, atmospheric, you know, kind of thing that I know makes
Nice
them
observation.
them.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah. And it really delivered. So, like, although, yes, it was prolonged periods of the same thing, I was really into it because that sonic intent, the same way we talk about songwriting intent, was so clear and so just continual. I don't know. I really like this album. You know.
Yeah.
Is
But
it a prog
It just
album?
so happened that.
But, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do agree that the like, this is a beautiful album. Like, that's a good way to describe it. It's very beautiful, and I feel Gilmour's emotions in some of these songs. Like, it's really powerful stuff. Yeah. He's a hell of a musician. I'm kind of with Craig though on the tone thing.
Yeah.
I do think a lot of people say he's got the best fucking tone, and I'm like, I think he's got great tone. I don't know about the best, and I don't think literally, like, I think if he did a poll, he would probably get number one.
But if we were talking about this album though, and that's another thing I was gonna say, I actually understood it more. Like this, like, obviously I'm very blessed to be able to have these PMCs here, you know, to listen to a record like this properly. But, like, the stereo width in regards to, like, the delays and the reverbs off of the guitars. I'm
You know
like,
what I
holy
thought
shit, what the fuck?
just
Like, this is
nailed-
crazy.
He totally killed the like the volume swells with the knob, like on the knobs. You could hear it. It's
Uh-huh.
not a pedal. Like that's him with
Uh-huh.
the knob. Man, just killed it. Like
It's so pretty. It's like every, shoegazer's wet dream. Like they just, you just want to sound like that so bad, and it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of
Yeah.
fucking
That's
money.
what I was thinking. Like, I could hear the money. I was like, wait, this
Yeah.
sounds, of course,
The
after the wall.
money.
You got that wall money, don't you? Holy shit, this
Yeah.
sounds beautiful. But
You know,
wait,
I've
okay.
seen
I want to say
The
something
Wall.
about Pink Floyd. I want to say something
Yeah.
about, okay, because I was one of those that thought that Pink Floyd was like, I don't know, like religiously a prog band. And now that you brought it up, like I'm challenging myself with it. But
Yeah.
let's put it this way. It's like this album, like for the most part, I did not like it because it didn't sound like that. But then it was like, oh, it has some singles. This album has some singles that sound like a prog band was making like a songwriter's song. You know what I mean? Like for example, I don't know. I was gonna say Keep Talking. Keep Talking to me kind of it was funny because of the intro.
Yeah.
But then that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Like it has a voiceover of, man, I forget this man's name, and my cousin hasn't heard that part of the album yet. Anyway, like I like the song, and it's really short for number one for a prog song, right? But it's like the prog tax almost. So like I'm thankful for this song, but then like the overextended just like guitar. I don't want to say just guitar solos because it was like, oh, a mood and then just a guitar solo versus
Yeah.
I don't know, like at least tell me what the hell this is about, and then I don't know. But hey, I digress. I love Pink Floyd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I heard it when I was younger, but I forgot about it, and so I heard it on the way over here, and I heard 2 songs. Those 2 songs were good. The first 2 ones.
No, yeah.
I like those
Yeah.
2 songs.
Oh, yeah.
Those were good ones.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got up to the 3rd one too. That one was good.
Pulls
one, too.
Apart. Pulls Apart was the first
Yeah.
one
It was
that,
good.
as I was listening to it. Okay, so as I was listening to it in the order, like I heard Pulls Apart, and like I woke up. It was like, oh shit, here we go. Oh wow, I
Uh-huh.
like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Funny. I don't know. I don't know that much about the Beach Boys, like album for album, you know what I mean? But Pulls
Yeah.
Apart reminded me of like the stuff that they do production wise and
Uh-huh.
songwriting, form up the ass, and then weird shit, and then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pulls Apart, I fucking love that one.
Yeah.
Pulls Apart up the ass.
Yep. Pulls Apart
Ooh.
up the ass.
oh,
Oh.
it's funny you bring up the Beach Boys. I watched 50
It's
First
funny
Dates.
you bring up my ass. Okay. What?
Watched 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And the Beach Boys.
Classic.
Yeah, Beach Boys are a prominent soundtrack in that movie.
That's a really good movie.
It's
Like,
a very good movie.
right? Something
It's
about
touching.
it's touching. The early 2000s kind of had that whole like rom-com thing figured out in a way that like you could enjoy it without it being like fucking sappy garbage shit. You know?
I like Adam Sandler.
I do too.
I love him. I think he's a good guy, and I think he's got good movies, and I think he's got great outfits. Holy shit, man. The man knows how to rock cargo pants.
Wow.
Since I didn't do
That's
my
true.
homework on the album, my job is like to keep you guys off topic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I like 51st Date too. Yeah.
I did,
like The
yeah,
Wall
the
really.
last time I saw that movie.
You liked
Yes,
50
I
First
got-
Dates 2?
51st Date 2 sequel.
the 50 next dates.
The next 50. It's just them bitching at each other.
It's just Drew Barrymore being terrified for an hour and a half. Like, where the fuck am I?
I think it's kind of weird that, like, just because she was dreaming about him, they're like, oh, you know what? It's okay to take you out of this mental institution and you can have kids and do all this. I was like, wait a minute. All she did was say, I dream about you, and draw a bunch of pictures of you.
And now he's got her alone on a boat.
No, the dad was there
Yeah,
That's
but like
true,
for how
yeah.
long?
until he kicks him off.
Yeah, dude, that's
They're
what
in-
I'm saying.
they're in
Until
the
he
North
isn't on the
Pole.
boat anymore.
See, yeah, what you're forgetting is that Adam Sandler is actually a serial killer, and he can just off the old man anytime he wants.
We forgot about that. That's a key detail.
Will, what's the uncut gem line we would say a lot? I'm really blanking on it right now.
Wow, wait, a specific line from Uncut Gems. I don't remember,
Yeah,
dude.
we would say one line over and over again, and I'm just like,
Wait.
I'm really-
Wait. Huh.
anyways.
Look at the big brain on Brad.
Damn, I don't remember.
Oh, what's that?
Wait, gay?
I know that.
That's from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. I never saw it. I do that all the time. People be like, have you seen this? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, do you remember this part? I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Well, the thing is,
Yep.
like, the person that started off confused in this situation is just confused, but for another reason. So it doesn't matter. Like, if you had just shut up and been confused, you would have still been confused. But you know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could lie about it and then be like,
I'm like,
oh,
they look so
wait."
happy.
But I mean, guys, here's the thing: when you lie about it, you feel so included for such a brief period of time.
Yeah, it's
That's
it's,
exactly how we got into the Terminators Transformers conversation.
bro.
I felt
it's a
so
shot of
included
dopamine.
for
It's a
so
shot
long.
of dopamine that you use on yourself.
Wait. Are you hinting at the fact that you have not seen Terminator?
I've seen no. I'm hinting at that conversation, the fabled conversation where we were both having different conversations simultaneously to
Craig,
each other.
I don't know what this man's talking about. We should have another conversation. See what's
Okay,
going on.
so
So
a
Gollum.
third conversation.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen the one about with Mark Wahlberg. Like, I've seen it on TV, but I definitely did not see that in the movie theaters.
The Terminator with Wahlberg?
Oh, wait.
No.
I'm
It
thinking
was
about
it was the
Transformers. See,
Terminator
now I'm
with
thinking about
Adam Sandler.
Transformers. Shit.
Oh,
The Wahlburgers.
Shit.
Attack of the
I was
Wahlberg.
definitely thinking about Transformers right now.
Oh, Transformers.
Transformers with fucking. Yep, that's what my brain did. Anyway.
I almost bought a beer called the B8000, and it had a Terminator on it.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I'll buy it next week.
Nice. William.
Terminator
What?
the movie with the guy from Even Stevens.
From California.
That one guy. Wait, who's? What were you gonna say, Craig?
This is how I win.
That
That
is
is
what
what we
he
would
said.
say.
This is
That
how
is
I
what he
win.
says, okay. This is how I win. Yes,
That
all
sounds
right.
like something Wario would say in a Mario game.
That's
Yeah.
because Adam Sandler is just Wario in Uncut Gems.
Adam Sandler is Wario, period. Gatorade. Extra.
Gatorade. Water sucks. Water sucks. Gatorade. Yeah. Classic.
Classic. I love Adam Sandler. He's a good
Oh yeah,
guy.
he's the best.
Do you guys remember Don't Mess with the Zohan?
Yeah.
That was like my
do.
first Adam Sandler movie, just butt cheeks.
Hey,
Oh
that was it.
Speaking of comedians, did you see Sacha Baron Cohen won like a Lifetime Comedian Award
Awesome.
No.
Really?
through MTV?
No.
Did he dress up like both Borat and Ali G in that one?
I
don't
do not know. I
about
did not watch it. It was a few days ago, but in every commercial for it, they kept saying that Sacha Baron Cohen was like the guest of honor, and that they were giving him like a Lifetime Comedian Award.
That guy
Well,
is
so the
genuinely,
thing-
seriously,
the thing-
honestly, hilarious. Like, he's a fucking genius.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's a genius.
The man let a chicken loose on the New York subway. Like, it's the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, of course he's a
How do you
genius.
come up with that? No, he's done a bunch of other stuff, and it's just so good. All of it. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler, what were you saying?
Our roommate had a problem with Borat at the beginning of our moving in together and all that.
Yeah.
Why?
Literally
What?
75% of what this guy said was Borat. You remember this?
He had an entire phase for like 3 or 4 months, or even more, where he just.
He's
spoke
just like,
Borat.
oh yeah.
Oh man.
What now?
Very nice.
He was Borat for those many.
Now, did he get like the good ones in though, or was it always just like the same like popular?
Oh
ones?
no, man! It
Yeah,
was
that was
the absolute best. I'll give him that one. The
Yeah,
best
he-
Borats.
Yeah, he had even like kept a mustache and shit for that much time. So.
Oh my god.
Oh, so
was-
he was literally like, I'm Borat.
No, he was committed. Yeah, he was committed to the act.
All right, I give him
And I
I give him
respect that.
props. Yeah,
Yeah, respect.
dedicated. You know, like my favorite Borat quote to use is when he's like, "Oh, this I like. How much?"
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes is
He said that once at Tim Hortons. No, I'm just making sure.
So like, what are all
Nice.
the quotes that he
Appropriate
would
to
say?
Canada.
Do not
Sorry?
approach me, Gypsy.
What are all the quotes that he would say?
What?
Now I see. The thing is, there are a lot. It just can't I can't remember them.
Oh, there's so
on cue,
many.
you know?
There's way too many.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was like pre-COVID, so like
Yeah.
back in Nam, man, you don't remember everything that happened in Nam. It was just a
That's-
battlefield. That's all you
That's
know.
super fair. Yeah.
I remember.
Oh God, let's do pre-COVID nostalgia right now. Let's go.
But if you remember, were you even there?
I don't know, but let's go back to when you brought up Ollie G, because the Ollie G show is fucking great.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, he was doing the Eric Andre thing before Eric Andre
Yeah.
was a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So the exact same roommate for his final presentation in music acoustics, fucking the most amazing thing. Our professor must have been 75 or something. Dennis,
60 something.
a legend, 60 something, I don't know, a legend. And our roommate gets up there, and his topic is beatboxing and the acoustics of the human body that makes beatboxing possible.
Yeah.
Legitimately cool presentation.
Cool concept.
Yeah, right? So he goes up there, and his title slide is Ali G doing this. And, we all know that picture.
West Side.
And then, yeah, so Doctor, this gentleman goes, like, oh, what is this? What is this? And then our roommate goes, oh, that's Ali G. He's the best rapper in the world. He's representing the West Side. And then just, boom, slide number 1.
Amazing.
Yeah, just
Amazing.
nonchalant as fuck. Yeah.
He's representing the West Side, of course.
He represents the West. Yeah, that's. That's the way.
I do presentations like that though. Like I'll be like when they're like, wait, what is it? And I'll be like, what do you think it is, dumbass? Like he's representing the West. Do you not know? Are you not a part of? I gotta kill you. I'm sorry. How old are you?
Represent West Canada.
Alberta.
Alberta.
Nothing says Sacha Baron Cohen like Alberta.
Now I think his first scripted movie was The Dictator. Because Bruno
I
was
think
unscripted,
so, yeah.
and Borat.
Yeah. There could be one or two before that. I'm not quite sure.
I think he just had the show, and I think his first movie was Borat. But he
Could
would
be, yeah.
he would do all those
Could be.
stunts though. This thing like outside of the show, like he would show up to award ceremonies and like dump ashes on people. Like this man was he showed up just as the dictator, was like, I have Kim Jong Un's ashes, and then spilt them all over the dude who hosts American Idol.
God.
Whoa.
I remember he showed up to the Oscars or something, Grammys in an Ali G costume.
You know, he's
Yeah,
banned from
present
award
and-
shows. He's not allowed to go. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
sneaks in and does these stunts. Like it's
Yeah.
he is so dedicated to the comedy. And then you see him in interviews and he's just like, "Oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, I stuck my balls in his face. It was, yes, I crawled inside an elephant vagina. It's all right, But it was worth it, And you're just
I
like,
don't. Yeah, I don't even think at this point as comedy anymore. It's just like some sort of satire.
Yeah, it's just this is the life of this man, and we're watching it. Like,
But I do feel he makes statements though, and so like that's how committed.
Yes.
oh
you
yeah,
know-
did you see that show he
Yeah.
did where he just ruined politicians?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
dude, he had everyone from Trump to Bernie Sanders.
Oh, he was ruining all of them. He had the one where like, who was the Florida Republican that ran for president? The young guy, Marco Rubio.
Oh, Marco Rubio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had Marco Rubio, and he was talking to him about like getting a gun program for 3-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
And
yes,
Marco
I
Rubio
remember
was
this.
like, "Do you really think you could just walk into a senator's office and get them to sign off and agree on something like this?" And then he cuts to like 15 of them agreeing and signing off on it. And it's like, oh my god, like, dude. It's
You
all
know, I
Crazy.
And it's like bullshit. That's what's the funniest part is he's it's all bullshit, and he gets all these like serious people that are running our governments to agree with him.
yeah, you know what I like about him. I don't know if I've heard this before somewhere else, but that like he sort of tries to embody like of stereotypical over the top, just a like a stereotype that's in the head of some people in America, in the USA, and he tries to exaggerate
Yeah.
that, and then through that parody, because I remember you mentioning how in the interview when he's like out of character, he's actually, you could tell he's a very intelligent, very serious person. He actually reflects sort of the vulgarities of like those politicians, because right, they're quite vulgar at this
Yeah,
point,
it's a good point.
and so
Yeah.
he sort
the
of
work
does
they
the
do
clown,
versus
and
how
actually
they
what
act in the
through
public.
that he reflects like a reversal of that violence.
Yeah. I think in like he had given a speech. It was a 10 minute long speech at some award, not an award function. It was some sort of an.
It was a graduation.
Was it?
I think so. The commencement speech.
Could be. It was like all I remember. It was something for a social cause or something, and he had given a 10-minute, 12-minute speech about why he does what he does, and it was really like, good to see from his perspective and what exactly he's trying to bring out from the people that he's trying to bring out, and it's funny how like he embodies himself as almost an alien to the people that he wants to like eventually make them agree to his thing, essentially. Like he, like for example, like I'm assuming this, but again he said this in his talk that when most American people won't exactly know where Kazakhstan is, so when you go there as Borat, they don't know what the culture there like is, don't know what happens, they don't know. So like if somebody personifies one type of behavior to them, which they in their minds would think is appropriate, but it isn't actually, and they don't want to show it, through this guy they personify it, something like that he was talking about.
That's
And
a
then,
good
yeah, it's
point.
pretty, yeah, it's
Like he runs into that business meeting naked with that other guy in Borat. That was a real conference. That was a real company's conference, and they were like, "We're about to sprint through this shit naked." There's like 300 people here, and man, like, how do you come up with shit like let's just do it? No, people will love it. I promise. I promise we will win an Oscar. Like, to me, that's insane. And actually, we made a really good point, because the country of Kazakhstan does not like him because of what he's
Yeah.
done. And it's exactly what you're saying. Like, when you actually think about it, like, I bet there are people that they go, "What is Kazakhstan like?" Oh, well, they have cows in their house and they don't know how to use toilets, and maybe their sisters are the number 3 prostitute and they have the running of the Jew, and like, I don't know if you guys saw Borat 2. That shit was
Yeah.
also great. Me and Craig watched it, I think. Yeah.
The 3 of us watched it.
yeah, we did.
Hey,
I think we watched it
Yeah.
twice, because then Jack had come over and we watched it again.
Well, you know the dance scene that's in Georgia, in Macon, Georgia.
Yeah.
That is totally real, and apparently no one there had any clue.
You know how
and
you
of
know
course
it's
the Mike
real?
Pence thing.
Because he had to dress up. Like, he had to dress up as not him because too many people recognize Borat.
Yep. Well, he introduced the movie with that premise.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were all on his page, but no one else was.
Could you imagine? Like,
That's a big border
I love it
with
when
Russia.
I'm looking at a map of Kazakhstan right now,
Like-
and it's this like weird
Yeah.
view where you get to kind of see the Arctic and then Africa and then Asia, and it's just a trip, man. I've never seen the world from this angle.
But like one thing that I find really amusing is like Sacha Baron Cohen is playing a character who was playing a character at that point.
Yeah.
It is really like, I don't know, complex in a way, like in terms of his filmmaking structure.
I forgot about that part.
Meta.
How is
Yeah,
that?
it's meta.
How is that?
Yeah.
How is he playing a character? Man, my memory's awful.
So the thing is, like in Borat 2, basically he goes to America as Borat, basically, and then a lot of people recognize Borat. So Borat decides that, you know, I need to be in a disguise so that people don't recognize me.
the one thing I wanted to look up is if those guys that he apparently lived with when COVID hit, I want to
Yeah.
see if he actually stayed with them for...
He really did.
He did?
Yeah, apparently the camera guys did not stay in the house at all this. That was totally legit.
Well, during those scenes, they're fixed cameras. Like,
Yeah.
they don't move. I noticed that, and I was like, oh my god, did they actually string up cameras in this house? And like,
Yeah.
You know something.
And the rally was
something
real.
that actually,
Yeah, the rally was real.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I think most of that movie was filmed in Houston.
No phones on set. God damn it.
Oh yeah, that was, that's rule number 2. Rule number 1 is, of course, only dogs. You guys have your dogs, right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
What? You have what?
What are you pointing to?
Nothing.
Grab that.
You know something that
Grab
you know
it.
something that reminds me of Borat. What's it called? All gas, no brakes.
Oh.
It's stuffed.
What were you saying?
All gas, no brakes. That's one that reminds me of Borat. But that's a YouTube
That's
channel.
a YouTube channel.
Have you
talking about YouTube? Him and his YouTube problem.
Have you seen that bit? Have you seen it?
I like YouTube.
Does he react to things?
No, he does not
Oh,
react to
we're not
things.
about
He
that.
goes to he
Oh,
goes
thank
to
God.
places and asks weird questions to weird people, much like Sacha Cohen does. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But it's on the U.S. It's on the U.S. So yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen The Brothers Grimm?
I started watching it.
No.
I
Oh.
started watching it. I think
That's the one where he climbs in an elephant's vagina.
What?
Yeah, what?
no.
That rem-
Wait, the Brothers Grimm. Wait,
funny.
what the hell are you talking about? Wait,
isn't
no.
that
The-
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective?
No, no, wait,
No.
wait. Now you're saying multiple movies.
That's a
No,
rhino's
no, no,
ass.
no.
That's a rhino, yeah.
That's. What?
Get your shit straight, dude. It's a rhino's ass. Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
That's,
Like,
that's a whole other type of animal porn.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah, The Brothers Grimm, it's supposed to be like a Jason Statham kind of like spy movie,
yeah.
but
Have to leave in 10.
he has a brother that's like Sacha Baron Cohen. It's great.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like it all that
what
much.
The hell? I'm
You didn't
see
confusing
it, though?
movie right
Borat
now.
2? Yeah, which are you on, Craig?
I'm talking about the Brothers Grimm.
All right, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The one, yeah.
I saw it once. I thought it was funny once, and I don't
Uh-huh.
have to watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
fine.
know. It's when you kind of with a comedian like him, you kind of expect a certain level of just like
Well-
extreme,
Yeah.
just
Bro,
And
And
especially
I-
once you see
wait,
like
the brothers
the
isn't
live
the
stuff.
Brothers Grimm fucking Matt Damon and Heath Ledger? Well, I'm confused.
no.
The Brothers Grimm.
No,
You're thinking
that's
of-
Brokeback Mountain.
That's Brokeback Mountain.
No,
yeah.
this is literally.
That is not
That's
the same
the-
movie.
I just look.
That's some
Come on,
gay
the
shit.
bro. I'm looking at it right now.
Will,
I have Google
Are we
open.
learning
Are
something
you telling?
about- Is Robert really your cousin?
Oh, Robert. Yes, is my cousin.
Are you
Wait,
sure?
hold up. I think William might be right because I know exactly what movie.
The Brothers Grimm with
we're
Heath
talking about,
Ledger.
but are
Why
we-
would I confuse a Heath Ledger movie with Sacha Baron Cohen? Maybe he's in it, but
Because the movie we're talking about is called The Brothers Grimsby. Grimsby.
Okay.
The brothers
This explains-
Grimsby?
Grimsby. This explains all of the confusion.
See, at first I thought it was a joke, and it was
Oh
like an
my
ironic
God.
joke.
I just lied like
No.
Tyler.
Yeah, of course. I know. Exactly.
God.
I was like, oh yeah, Trevor's lying, obviously, because the Brothers Grimm.
No, I lied
Trevor
like
just-
Tyler lies, not like I lied.
Trevor just lied so hard he got me to lie. Like I vicariously lied through Trevor. Like wow.
And I lied to myself because I convinced myself that I was telling the truth.
That happens to me a lot.
That it does. That it does.
Thank-
Thanks,
way.
Bud. Thanks.
That it does. That'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig. All right, boys. So we're pretty much well past the hour and a half mark. It's
'Cause we're having a
already
good time.
11, close to 11:30 your East Coast time. Do we want to close things up?
Maybe.
It is unfortunately necessary, boys.
All right.
Alrighty.
Cool. All right. Well, before we close this up, Trevor, what is our album of the week for next week?
All right, boyos. I've been thinking about this one for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take it back to 1973 with with a genre we have not touched upon. And so we are gonna get a little funky.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. So next
Yep.
week we are going to do "Wild and Peaceful" by Kool and the Gang.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay.
Bump it hard.
I have no idea what to
Bro,
expect.
I'm gonna.
from this.
Okay, so I
It's-
listen to most of these albums now.
It's not P-Funk.
Yeah.
I listen to most of.
It's not
Oh,
like
shit.
Parliament Funk. Oh, keep going. Keep going. It's hard.
It did-
Let's see.
We hope you do, Bud.
No, but like I listened to the albums like on my overnight shift, and like some of them keep me awake.
Yeah.
Some of them don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know what time
Yeah.
I'm like what I'm going in now, like what I'm in for now. Sorry.
Cool. Yeah.
You're
yeah.
in for not Pink Floyd. As in you will not sleep.
Which is a good
don't
thing.
always
I
sleep.
love sleeping to Pink Floyd, to be honest.
Sometimes you vibe.
Sounds like we're about to follow Proto, bud.
Hey, how'd you get that job?
How do you get that job, fuckface?
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody. We have been the Miss Scott Chocolate Talks. Really appreciate our guests for being on. This has been a good time. All right.
I really appreciate.
Catch you later.
But.
Bye.
Hell yeah,
Bye.
brother. Bye.